going against Davis Sampier for High Point. Tar Heels really dominated the stats column in that last meeting. Won the shots department 67-35 as well.
And that's one thing Joe Bresci said. It's great to have 67 shots, but when you only shoot 25%, then you're not going to end up with the margin maybe you thought you deserved.
Underway from Kenan Stadium, an early flag as Tucci wins the faceoff for the Tar Heels. Tar Heels really dominated the stats column in that last meeting. Won the shots department 67-35 as well.
And that's one thing Joe Bresci said. It's great to have 67 shots, but when you only shoot 25%, then you're not going to end up with the margin maybe you thought you deserved.
Underway from Kenan Stadium, an early flag as Tucci wins the faceoff for the Tar Heels.
Pretty sure we're going to have a trip on that. We'll see. So it'd be a personal foul in 1 minute.
1-0. High Point led 1-0 last time these two teams played as well. Panthers actually got up 4-1 in that meeting. It was a topsy-turvy game. Carolina came back, took an 11-7 halftime lead, got up 15-8 at one point, held on to win 17-15. High Point wins the faceoff. Stadium. This is a High Point team that can play. They're going to test themselves. 4 straight games against top 4 competition out of the ACC. They have not played since that February 16th meeting against UNC. Tar Heels will get it after a violation.
No, I think
they bring all 3 of those starters back, all fifth-year seniors now. Really, it's one of the best midfield units in the entire country. Maybe them or Syracuse at this point. Really, it's one of the best midfield units in the entire country. Maybe them or Syracuse at this point. Tucci trying to hold on to the faceoff win, and Matt Wright has it now.
It's a tough faceoff win there.
Here's a look.
I think we'll also see Andrew Tyeryar from time to time, and that's a violation on the Tar Heels.
Magazine about how he's living out his dream now, playing at the D1 level. Never gave up on those dreams, and he has been tremendous for them. Now 8 goals on the season.
That was Andrew Tyeryar.
Junior to junior. And Andrew Tyeryar back out there for the Tar Heels. He'll take the 2nd straight faceoff. For High Point, Colin Hoban, who also will take a good amount of faceoffs today, battles against him. High Point wins it for the moment.
But then a quick takeaway there. That's why we're talking 4-3 High Point at this point.
And High Point, the top shooting team percentage-wise in the country. Rogers entered today shooting right around 64%. Only 2 games for them, but still, that is an absurd number. Coming over from the D3 level, there's always questions how
Similar
well.
size-wise,
right.
He is the different. Oh.
Tyeryar knocked down.
We might have, let's see what they call here. Holding against Carolina.
They outshot him 67-35, but it was a 2-goal game because High Point was just much more efficient with their trips on offense. Another face-off win. He's been doing some better things lately. He said basically he's just got to let the game come to him, and you're seeing another great game from him here.
Owen Krieg a little bit more around the cage, so he's not facing those dunks.
Shots 14. You haven't seen Solomon a little bit, and then he goes and makes a move like that. It's such a luxury to have that many options.
And part of this is the extra year NCAA for COVID stuff that happened last year, so. Some transfers. Tar Heels have some transfers, so an excellent timeout by High Point. Get the ball back, set up a play, get the tying goal.
Tyeryar is 5 for 7 at the X, make it 6 for 8. And he's going to shoot and score. 2 good ones. Tucci is 3 for 6 today, and he wins it easily. Look at Carolina go here. Will Tucci answer? He misses left. You see Alex Trippi can go out there, hit a jump shot, upper right 90. They're a dangerous offensive team. Carolina's starting to assert its dominance at the face-off X. Tucci scores! And here comes the...
That's why it's one of my 2 favorite sports in the entire world.
Might hear some fans cheering today. It is some fans, as High Point does win on a violation from Tyeryar.
Former Tar Heel great Chad Tutton, one of the great Tar Heels in the mid-2010s.
It's a big face-off win for High Point. They needed that.
And it's not a great day for the goalies so far. 6 saves and 17 goals in this game. Wow.
Yeah, 2 of the better. It's a lot of goals so far.
Yeah.
We expected that. 2 of the top 3 offenses in the country. And it really has gone pretty similar to the last game. High Point got an early lead. Remember, it was 11-7 at halftime last time these 2 teams played. But you can point to the face-off X. That's been a difference in the second quarter. And then once Carolina has it on offense, they're just getting way more.
Instantaneously.
So a 7-0 run for UNC. 18 saves last game. But he's getting peppered right now from all kinds of angles. So they go to Green. Make it. Rogers has been great, 77, but for Bresci and UNC, it's been about stopping 55, 77, 32. Those 3 guys. 8 at one point. Yeah. Here it was 14-6. Matt Wright scoops it up.
This game is far from over. I think whichever team sees their goalie start to make some saves in the second half is going to end up winning this game.
They go with Tyeryar at the faceoff. Second today on just 3 shot attempts for goal purposes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. High Point did not have.
They did not
strength.
have. Yeah.
Carolina riding Tyeryar at the face-off X. It's a big ground ball right now for High Point.
Well, that looks like flag, potential flag, loose ball against Carolina.
50% is pretty good, the way the teams are scoring and how many good scoring threats they have. Look out for Tyeryar off the face-off.
Meet talented people like you, Tim, and enjoy watching some lacrosse on a great day.
We've had a good game today. Jack Nicklaus played golf at Ohio State, and that Coach Bresci's former team, Tar Heels, coming up on his 4-year marriage anniversary, wedding anniversary. But it just comes out of his stick with just some heat for being that small. Tucci gets a chance here at the face-off Carolina attackman, but he didn't technically start against Richmond. Jacob Kelly came in, and Coach Bresci told us it's such a tough spot with all those guys, getting them all out there.
Goal lead. I don't feel like Carolina's outplayed them by 11 goals. But the Tar Heels have been incredibly struggled, referring to them as a Big Ten team. But yeah, they're the class of the Big Ten this year. Single-digit number.
Solomon's got 6 points now.
That's just, he's played 16 minutes maybe.
A lot of that is how many games have you played so far, but as we said, Gray's got 7 points, and it feels like at times he's not even breaking a sweat out there. Now they're well on their way to going 5-0 this year.
Yep.
So that's 12-0 with them, and maybe if you want to point at their record, you could say, well, they haven't played an ACC team yet. We'll see what they do against them. But Andrew Tyeryar out there with a face-off, and he wins another. Just 6 saves for North Carolina, but when you score 25 goals, that's enough.
Out of all that,
right nearby.
You went to Green Hope, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Is this a rival?
We played against Middle Creek.
Yeah.
And also, Colin Hoban who's been taking a good amount of the faceoffs today.
Been a beauty. But I don't think anybody, envisioned this kind of margin against a really good team. That might be no. It's going to be